What is Raila Odinga's mission in 2027 elections? Shocking details have emerged that Raila is hello folks, welcome back. My name is Peter Ogutu and this is Dr. Politica. And of course here we decode power and dissect Kenya. Now, three petitioners have moved to court challenging the next elections date. In fact, they are demanding that the Supreme Court should, push back the dates and push it to 2026 August, so that next year we have our elections. Now, Raila Odinga has come out, and of course, he has stepped in and Raila demands that the elections should be held as usual, as planned 2027, not 2026. Now, why do you think these petitioners want the election to be held next year, 2026? That's the big question here. They argue that every election is supposed, the constitution stipulates that every election should be held after 5 years. And they say that Uhuru took 4.5 years before, the next election, like 2013 to 2017. Remember, there was an election in 2013, and of course, there was another election in 2017. So Uhuru was in office for 4.5 years. Yeah, and they claim that something should happen. People should not wait because when we wait for 5 years, it means that the president will be in office for an extra 6 months. So they demand that this election should be held in 2026 after 4.5 years, the same way Uhuru was in office for 4.5 years in 2013 to 2017. And now the other point is that election going, for people to wait for, if people wait for long, like 5 years or 5.5 years, this will give the government time to, of course, manipulate the results. Because right now, what is the talk of the town is that Uhuru can, for William Samoei Ruto is planning to rig the next elections. Yeah, Gachagua and other members, other key figures, they claim that William Ruto is planning to rig the elections. And giving him time is like giving him time to come up with creative ways of manipulating the results. That's what they claim. Now, why do you think Raila Odinga is stopping this? What is Raila's interest? Because I tell you what, Raila has a big interest in the next election because I think he's planning to fight. Raila thinks that by pushing the election like 2026, it won't give him enough time to betray Ruto because he's planning to move out of the government. He's planning to betray Ruto. So by making the election next year, that simply means that Raila will have to fight Ruto this year, that next year he vies and of course stop defeats Ruto. So he is planning to vie, if you ask me. Or if not to vie, he's planning something big. As a seasoned politician, Raila is planning something big. He's planning maybe to support someone very, very, very powerful, or is planning to vie himself because he has seen there's a huge gap. Yeah, there is a space in the next election because William Ruto, the president, the incumbent, seems to be going through a lot because every Kenyan now is against him. So Raila sees this as a golden opportunity to clinch power. So you see, he's very concerned on the dates that are going to be set for the next elections. That's why Raila went to Supreme Court to stop these individuals from pushing the dates back to 2026 instead of 2027. And that's what's happening. That's what I'm asking myself. Who do you think is Raila's take or mission in next elections? He's a politician, as someone who has tried for like 5 times, but he has never, become the president. I think Raila has a big mission in this election, and I think Raila wants to destroy Ruto. Yeah, he wants to, buy time. He wants to buy time to, of course, uh, bring his soldiers together. He wants to have a formula of, fighting Ruto. And doing elections next year simply means that Raila will have fight Ruto now so that he can move out and, of course, be on his own and face Ruto. But now, he doesn't want the elections to be held next year because it will, you know, it will not go according to his plan. It will get him off guard. So that's all. So tell me, do you really think that Raila will vie? Or do you think Raila will back someone powerful to vie next year?